his second day narrating the Battle of Gettysburg reenactment at the Daniel Lady Farm.
Each one of the cannoneers, all up and down the line here. The job of a cannoneer in the Civil War was to be on a team, and each member of that team had a specific role. If they fulfilled their role correctly, then they were doing their job correctly. If one of them doesn't do their role right, it can cause major problems and cause damage to the piece, not the men themselves.
Yeah, but that man is in my way. The big guy.
All right. Believe it or not, this is only a fraction of the powders they would have used in the Civil War. A fraction of the charge. If this was full charge of powder, this entire field would fill with smoke. We do this for multiple reasons. For safety reasons, but also so that you can actually see what's going on.
But I got my death for 1 year. I had to put it with 1 year. That's crazy.
If you're sitting close, you can feel that concussion, can you? Kind of the earth rumbling and shaking. With just these many cannons, we're feeling that. But imagine just battery after battery, cannons, dozens, on the Union and on the Confederate side. And the earth literally shook and trembled under these men's feet.
It's on. It's already on.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute, please.
Couldn't imagine what I sounded like. There's no way.
Please, right there. Thank you. Great.
Oh wow, you see the rain? So wrong.
What we see marching onto the field right now is the Union infantry of the Union 3rd Corps. They were placed out here in this position by their commander, Dan Sickles. How many have heard of Dan Sickles? Yeah, that guy had a colorful life, let's just put it that way. He was also not a West Pointer, and he was worried that the area around the peach orchard, if the Confederates got a hold of it, would be detrimental to his men. So without consulting, well, he tried to consult his commander, but his commander said, "Go where I ordered you." That wasn't good enough for Sickles. Sickles still was worried that if the Confederates gained the peach orchard, right here on the post and rail fence depicted there, that position could be used to the detriment of his men. So without orders, he moves his men out to the peach orchard. All happening right now, the duel that happened between the artillery at times was so close, even kind of this close in some areas, that the Union artillery would use ammunition usually reserved for attacking infantry against them. Confederate artillery used those rounds called canisters on Union artillery. Now, for the Union guys, they were incensed by that. How dare you use canister on us? That's for the infantry. That's for the foot soldiers, not us. Can we shoot back? And they said, no, there's Confederate infantry coming. We need that ammunition. All right.
Oh, yeah. Is that our halo?
Look at that. Here comes the Confederate infantry, coming from the south. At the time of the battle, they would be coming in from the west. This was a brigade of Confederate infantry under Mississippian Brigadier General William Barksdale. Himself not a professional military man, but a politician. But he distinguished himself during the war in multiple places, including Fredericksburg. These men from Mississippi were battle-hardened and battle-tested. They knew their job. But about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the Confederate attack had commenced elsewhere on the field. And for hours, they would sit around waiting for their chance to go into the fight. All the while receiving Union artillery rounds. All the while waiting just to go. This is the day that Mississippi will be heard from. If you look over here to the Union line, you see that blue formation. Always got to pause for the rebel yell whenever you hear. But see this blue formation of infantrymen. These are called skirmishers. They're kind of a human trip-off. But against massed infantry, like the Confederates have right here, they don't really stand a chance. They're going to put up a resistance, but not for long. Their job is to either disorganize the Confederate advance or to give a warning to the infantry behind them. July 2nd, the command is given, and the Mississippians will go forward in their famous charge across the Turkey Farmington. Ooh, that's so great.
Just to warn you folks, my phone is boiling hot, so it might shut off because it's overheating. I'll try to keep it going as long as I
Soldiers are
can.
withdrawing. Again, they can't hold, but they're there to disrupt the Confederate advance. Now it's time for the main body of the Confederate Union infantry to be engaged.
My arm, my neck shakes, and my arm gets tired of working. Family there. Yes.
Mike, need a water or anything?
Now, there's multiple ways that infantry would fire, either by ball, all at once, or fire on the left-hand side. Fire by fire. So, basically, each file one at a time, firing down the line. The process of it, but they will definitely do so. Find a